Welcome back. Now, shifting our focus to the United States, where a shooting at a high school in northern Georgia has reportedly left 4 people dead and several people injured. Now, reports say that the incident caused panic for several hours before the suspect was ultimately arrested. The suspect was reportedly a 14-year-old student. Have a look.
We have the Office of the Gun Violence Prevention, and what that does, one of the things that does is those executive actions and also that legislation that was passed and that he signed to make sure that we move quickly with those actions and particular components of that act, and so that we put that out there into communities and make sure that we're doing everything we can to continue to keep or to try to keep communities safe. But the answer is legislation. We have to have laws, more laws, additional laws, so that we can protect communities.
So before I begin, I do want to say a few words about this tragic shooting that took place this morning in Winder, Georgia. We're still gathering information about what happened, but we know that there were multiple fatalities and injuries. And, you know, our hearts are with all the students, the teachers, and their families, of course. And we are grateful to the first responders and the law enforcement that were on the scene. But this is just a senseless tragedy on top of so many senseless tragedies. And it's just outrageous that every day in our country, in the United States of America, that parents have to send their children to school worried about whether or not their child will come home alive. It's senseless. It is. We've got to stop it. And we have to end this epidemic of gun violence in our country once and for all. You know, it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way. So we will continue, of course, to send our prayers and our thoughts to the families and all those who were affected.
My colleague Rishabh joins us live on the broadcast with more details. Rishabh, school shootings have become quite common in United States. 4 children have lost their life, and the culprit is a 14-year-old child himself. Give us more details as to what the motive was behind this attack. Well, we'll try and reconnect that line with Rishabh, but you also heard the reaction coming from the Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris, who called this senseless, in fact, incident, and she said that there is a need to bring a halt to the epidemic of gun violence. But as far as this incident is concerned, at least 4 people were killed and 9 have received injuries. Rishabh is back with us on the phone line. Rishabh, this took place in Georgia. 4 children have lost their life. The culprit is a 14-year-old children himself. What is the motive behind this attack? Do we know that?
Well, as of now, the motive has not been clarified, though the gunman has been arrested. Remember, there have been more than 150 such cases in the United States this year itself, and that shows the problem of gun culture in the country, be it in Mexico, be it in California, be it in New York, and now in Georgia as well. There have been multiple such cases that have come to light, and the debate over whether the gun should be allowed or not is still raging on. While the Republicans still firmly believe that the gun culture is not a problem and gun is basic right for the people, there have been a lot of trials by the Democrats to stop the gun culture. In the election year, just ahead of election, this issue is meant to become a political issue as well between the Democrats and Republicans, as the gun culture and abortion laws remain the contention point between the two parties. Remains to be seen how things unfold, but as of now, what we can confirm to our viewers that at a high school in Winters in Georgia state of the United States, 4 children were killed after an unknown gunman opened fire. The gunman has been arrested. Further investigations are underway.